Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are healthy and well today. Shout out to all my new supporters joining us for the first time. Welcome to the family. You all have been asking for this video, so I'm giving it to you, man. Today we'll be reacting to 4 drinking and alcohol differences. USA versus Germany. Now, this should be interesting. Considering that I don't drink, but other than that, it's comparing the US and Germany. So this is going to be very interesting. All my Americans, all my Germans in the comments, can I get a what's up or something? You know, acknowledge your brother, please. Let me know you here, man. And share some of your differences and similarities, if there are any, in the comments down below. Let me like the video before we get started.
Talk about 4 drinking differences between the US and Germany.
Point number 1 is the drinking age. This is probably the most exciting for young people.
Wait. Let me fix my camera. Look at me looking great. Like I'm eating vegetables or something like that, bro. I needed to fix and adjust. Get that right. All right, here we go.
1 is the drinking age. This is probably the most exciting for young people in the US because our drinking age in the United States is 21.
Exciting only would it be if they come to Germany, because our drinking age is different. For beer and wine, it's 16, and for hard liquor, it's 18. And there's
Well, okay, people in the US are definitely not waiting until these ages, but the big difference is it's illegal. It's actually legal in Germany.
even this little clause that you're allowed to drink at the age of 14 under supervision of like your parent. It's 14, that's legally 7
What? 14?
years younger than the 21 in the US.
Yeah.
You 21 years old and you now being able to have a sip of some alcohol with your soft behind? How you able to be behind a wheel at 16 years old? Like, we get babysat so much in the United States. It don't make no sense, for real. Like, they be stressing the wrong things, honestly. What?
That's pretty crazy because
That's legally 7 years younger than the 21 in the US.
yeah, it's pretty crazy because in the US you can do a lot of things at the age of 18. However, you can't drink, but you can vote, you can serve your country, you can buy a lotto ticket. So that's usually the biggest argument for lowering the
You can serve the country, but you can't have a pint. Ain't that some bull?
drinking age. However, like a lot of laws in the US, it does vary heavily from state to state. You mentioned that with parental consent, you can drink under the age of 16 in Germany. You can do that in the US too, depending on the state, and they have certain reasons, religious reasons or parental consent.
And it's always a gimmick. It's always a gimmick though when it gets, it depends on the state. It depends on who is the governor, who's the mayor. Oh my gosh. Just go to Germany and you perfectly fine. You straight, man. It's structure throughout that whole thing. That's so difficult in the US. For the stuff that's not supposed to be.
drink in a home private environment. But it varies heavily
like they
from state to
Getting
state.
drunk with your mom.
Yes. So what's really weird to me is my dad used to always talk about how college, it was so crazy because everyone was able to drink. It was like freedom. However, they changed the laws. Obviously, by the time I went to college.
So back in the day it was 18 for them, right?
Yeah.
And then they changed it to 21.
And they changed it in the mid 80s, I think, in
Reckless.
1984. They
That's
changed the drinking age. They raised the drinking age to 21.
So fake IDs became a thing.
To get into bars or purchase alcohol and stuff like that, that's a little more popular nowadays.
Let me ask you that, how bad is it to be caught with a fake ID? What kind of offense is that?
It's very bad. So I know a few people in college who were caught with using a fake ID. There are a lot of legal issues because it could be identity fraud, especially if you use someone else's name and not your name.
Yeah.
Most people get a fake ID from a different state too, like an out-of-state ID.
It's weird to me because it sounds very serious, but it seems so common, so normal in the US. I think the German mind, the following the rules thing would be like, we would be very, very nervous, very unsure if we'd ever get a fake ID.
It's a little different experience when you tell me your stories of being a kid in Germany and being able to openly drink and stuff at the age of 13.
Yeah, well, to be honest, we started partying and drinking at the age of 13, which is super young. And I don't know which one I think is the better way to do it. I think 21 is definitely too old.
We got some kids, they ain't even like really allowed out the house until like they 20s and stuff, man. Like, they got helicopter parents, they been cooped up in that crib. Bro, this is why the kids be developing so much faster. Their common sense is on point. They are way more intellectual, far more athletic than the American kids. The only reason I could think of why they be changing the age and everything for the drinking and why it's 21 is maybe because like majority of these states requires you to drive because of the distance or how it's spaced out in the states versus like, for example, out there in Europe, it's completely different. The railroad system is like a cheat code. It's a cheat code the way it's set up out there. So are the streets, like how the blocks and everything are set up. It's a cheat code. It's so easy to take public transportation or to make it here, this or that. In the US, it's not. Sometimes you really do need a vehicle. Man, sometimes you do. You know? Sometimes you will get to your destination quicker in that vehicle. But that's the problem. Go get a room or something. Have a plan. Look, we're going to take the transportation there. And we're going to see if we make it back. We're not bringing a car, though.
I don't know which one I think is the better way to do it. I think 21 is definitely too old. I think the 16, 18 rule is potentially okay. I think 14 is definitely too young, even under supervision. Where I come from on a village, people were drinking like crazy in their teens.
Yeah, well, I think it has a lot to do. I remember when we were learning about this law in school, they mentioned because a lot of states had different laws. So a lot of people that lived on those border states would just drive over the borders because they could drink at age 18. They would drive over the border, get drunk, and then drive back home, and that would cause a lot of DUIs. They say that raising the drinking age lowered the DUIs and DUI accidents. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked into the data, but that was one of the reasons why the drinking age was raised.
Doesn't matter which age, you should just not use a car when you go drinking.
Of course. And I especially think nowadays it's a little different because we have Uber and Lyft and a lot of taxi service apps that it just makes it a little more accessible to not drink and drive. Don't drink and drive.
Okay, point number 2 is gonna be buying alcohol.
Yeah, this is so interesting to me. Again, I think it varies from state to state how you can buy alcohol in the US. Some states require that you go to a separate liquor store, like for beer, wine, liquor, and everything, while other states allow sales in the supermarkets with just beer and wine. Some stores you have to show an ID and you can't even be under the age of 21 to enter the store or premises.
Oh, I see this 20-year-old and birthday coming up, 2 days. I just want to get a drink. This, I turned in 2 days. We clearly see the birthday and everything. I'm a customer though. But like I hear everything that's going on and this and that. Meanwhile, I'm in here for some ice. I gotta get some ice. The ice is mad cheap here. I gotta get some ice. I don't need no ID on me. He just came in for some bottles or whatever he was getting. I don't know what type of booze he was getting, but man, I didn't see ID. Yeah, man, I'm 20. Come on, what you mean? Nope, gotta go. What? I'm like, bro, that's a grown man. He pulled up in a BMW and everything. He got status. What you mean he can't get something? Yo, you out your mind? I'm like, this dude probably got his own house. He all dressed up, all sophisticated. It might be a businessman at a young, early age. And you telling, I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. Seriously. We got some young people in this world that can handle their liquor better than these older adults. And they got their life more together, And it's still like a no. It's still like, just no. I don't know. But I guess it is what it is with the age. And it's just crazy, though. Like, you could be so young and have your life. You could be a grown person, though, living a grown adult life and still treat it like a kid, though, because of that age. And that really puts a hold on you.
Can't even be under the age of 21 to enter the store or premises. But that's more for liquor
That's
stores.
so funny.
But I do remember when I was on a work trip to New Jersey, we couldn't just go into a supermarket to get wine. We had to go into like a separate liquor store, I'm pretty sure. It was different because in South Carolina, you can usually get that in a supermarket.
Yeah, so that's usually how I know it. Like, I don't even know if we have liquor stores per se. We have some drink stores where you can get all kinds of drinks, like non-alcoholic and alcoholic. like a Getränkemarkt, a drink market. But usually all the drinks are in the supermarkets as well. So liquor is just openly displayed on the shelves. Sometimes for the more expensive ones or in weird areas, they have them locked and you have to call somebody. They open that closet for you and then they carry the bottle to the checkout for you. And when you're there, you're like, and that bottle was for me too.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why.
We've never purchased an expensive one.
And even funny, at the checkout, they have single chocolate bars for you to take, but also little tiny bottles of liquor like Jägermeister or vodka bottles.
You could get a small little mini bottle while you check out. Yeah, that's so interesting because even if you get like wine at a supermarket, sometimes they'll check the ID of the person you're with too. They would ask for both of our IDs even if I'm the one purchasing
That's so stupid.
What? Man,
But I have the best.
Like, that would have threw me off. I'm 21 years old, but the person next to me is 19. You need to see both our ID. Go in the car. Go in the car. Like he playing at this point. And then I bet you, okay, he take your ID as soon as he leave. I went to an arcade, and it didn't even hit midnight yet, and they told us we couldn't go in. I was 21. The person I had with me, she was 20. Couldn't go in that arcade though, because she wasn't 21, and they serve drinks after midnight. But we don't drink. We just go in the bowl and play with the arcade. But we couldn't go in because they serve drink. I'm like, yo, are y'all serious? And it's just the rules. It's just the rule. Man, miss me with that bullshit. Man, I don't hear that, man.
With too. They would ask for both of our IDs even if I'm the one purchasing
That's so stupid. I have the best story about that. We were on a class trip to the Dars, which is a peninsula in the Baltic Sea, Germany. And we were all 15 and one of my closest friends was 16 already, and we went to a gas station and we wanted to buy a bunch of beer, so we grabbed like six packs or whatever, and they're like, we can't sell that to you. And he's like, but I'm 16. And they were like, no, we can't sell that to you. It's not for you, it's for them. And we're like, but I'm 16. It's legally, like, he can't buy any amount. They said, we'll sell you 2 bottles. I think that was the stupidest thing. We got so angry. If he's 16, he can't buy it. He just can buy it. But they didn't let us.
I thought it would have been different in Germany. They would be like, it doesn't matter.
It should be, logically, but it wasn't. Before we continue, I wanted to take a quick moment and remind you guys, please like the video. Every little interaction helps the YouTube algorithm. If you want to further support us, you can do that on Patreon. It's patreon.com/
Oh, wait.
And Germany.
Wait a minute. Am I tripping? You see, it gotta be a ghost or something. When did my video rewind all the way back? Y'all know how this be happening. When did my video do that? This is exactly what I be talking about. Or did I accidentally just do that? I didn't even touch it.
Guys, back to the video. Number 3 is gonna be the cost or the price of alcohol.
So if you don't know, we price compare a lot and for everything. Every time we go into a different city, we're usually price comparing. Phil likes to price compare the chicken to everywhere we go. It's like a thing he does. And we notice that the prices in the US for alcohol are more expensive than Germany. A lot of price comparison sites will tell you this as well, but you can definitely feel it in your wallet a little bit when you're buying wine or beer in a restaurant or even a supermarket in the US compared to Germany.
It's very different. Like, let's talk about restaurant. You can get a beer for like 2 to 4 euros maybe, or a half a liter beer if you're lucky you get for 2 euros sometimes on a special evening or so, which is pretty cheap. But I also more noticed it so in the supermarkets. And that's even when you travel around in Europe. If you go out of Germany, alcohol is more expensive. Mostly a bottle of beer is freaking cheap in Germany. Or even a bottle of vodka. That's what we drank when we were kids. We got the cheapest vodka. That's why I know there's always vodka in a supermarket for $4.99. And we're talking about this standard 0.7 liter bottle. Then you have the Gorbachev vodka, which is like $9. And a bottle of Smirnoff or Absolute vodka, which are the most bought here. I think that's super cheap compared to many other countries.
Obviously, it depends on the brand. One of my favorite vodkas is Tito's, and that's a little more expensive here. But you have comparable vodkas from surrounding European countries, and it's so much cheaper in Germany. It's kind of crazy.
Is the quality different?
We do a side-by-side comparison because we're talking about in Germany when we buy the alcohol, it has tax included versus when you buy the alcohol in the US, usually tax is not included.
And that's more of like clickbait. They straight up lying to you in your face. Man, this bottle $12.49. You get to the register, it's $15.30. It's a bull. Instead of clicking. The only reason I picked this up is because it said 12 something. And now I'm already at the register. Now I don't want to be embarrassed and have to leave the line or, oh, I'm sorry I don't got enough, or I thought it was this much, or, you know, make a fuss. Because I got people behind me. So I'm going to just pay the $15.30. You see, that'd piss me off. The US we gotta fix that for real. Like, just add the tax on the price. People gonna buy it regardless. If they need it, they need it. They want it, they want it. They gonna get it. It's supply and demand. We know this. You don't gotta lie about the prices.
Another funny thing, beer in the restaurants is sometimes cheaper than water. If you order a pint of beer...
Beer is cheaper than water? Man, what type of water y'all got? You got it coming straight from the springs?
Could be €3, and if you order a comparable sized bottle of mineral water, it could be €4. But there's a rule I heard that there always has to be one drink on the menu that has to be cheaper than beer.
Is that really?
Yeah, somebody pointed that out when we talked about this stuff before.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't really drink beer, but when we go to a restaurant and I see that the beer is cheaper, I'm like, should I just drink a beer instead of a water?
Before we continue with the video, quick message from today's sponsor, NordVPN. NordVPN.
Okay. Shout out to them doing that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Our last point, number 4, is gonna be the open container.
So open container is a phrase we use in the US, and it's being allowed to walk around with alcohol openly. Like
Man, you just begging for the cops to come pull you over. You gotta put it in a bag or something out here. You have to.
Not 16 yet. So this usually refers to in public places like a park or a transportation system or the public street. A lot of places in the US you are not allowed to walk around openly with alcohol. Like I mentioned before, the laws vary heavily from state to state, and there are some cities and like areas where you're allowed to walk openly with alcohol. The first two that come to mind for me are Savannah, Georgia. There's this area where you can have open containers, and New Orleans.
Vegas, right?
I guess maybe.
Vegas.
I've never
all
been
the
to
videos,
Vegas.
They run around with their big slushy
Yeah, they're big
alcohol
hurricane drinks. I've never been to Vegas, so maybe. So there are some areas where you're allowed to, but for the most...
Yeah, maybe Vegas, Miami too. They be pretty turned, Miami.
part you are not allowed to just go to a park nearby and have a picnic wine basket or something. You're
That's
just
so weird.
not allowed to do that.
And we're talking very little spots in a huge country. So
Yeah,
mostly
true.
you can say it's not allowed, and it's weird because in Germany, if you're legally allowed to drink, you can walk around on the street at any time of the day, drinking alcohol, carrying your bottle of vodka, whatever you want to do. It was totally normal for us to go pre-drinking to a bar, or you hang out in a park and you get beer from a kiosk or from the supermarket because it's cheaper as a student. That's just what you do in Germany as a student. You go in summer, sit outside somewhere and drink. And then later on you go partying.
I almost said this was privilege for a second, but this is just freedom. I gotta get out. I gotta go travel. I'm out here mistaken in privilege for freedom now. I don't even know the difference. Well, for real. Yeah, it's time to
So
travel.
used to that now. I'm afraid when I go
That's
back, I'll
crazy.
just forget and I'll just be like walking around with some wine or something.
It's not like we're doing that all the
That's
time.
true.
But yeah, that's usually the case here. It's funny though, in some places where I was like going out a lot in Göttingen, in one street they made it illegal to carry around the things anymore because there were too much trash and stuff lying around on the next day, I guess.
I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, which is a coastal city, and there are a lot of beaches. And I remember we would go to the beach and you have these koozies and you have your drink in them.
Koozie!
There's like a police patrol on a four-wheeler going to every group that's sitting on the beach, checking to see if they had alcohol or not, because you're not allowed to have alcohol. I was with my friends and they made her pull out of her koozie and show that it was a Dr.
Oh, yeah, they do be tripping like that in the U.S. They pull up on you on the beach if you got alcohol. That's crazy. People strategic. They putting in cups now, different bottles, water bottles. You know, people strategic. People be still finding a way.
Pepper and not a beer. And then they were on their merry way because
Sometimes
they find
they arrest
people.
you.
It's such a weird thing. Like, if you're just going to enjoy yourself on the beach, why are you not allowed to have a beer? But I think it's specific beaches.
Yeah, dude, that guy's gonna be hated by everybody.
The trick is to cut out the Dr. Pepper and put it over the can. That's the trick.
Yeah, I think Germans like to drink on the water too whenever there's a river. You just saw that in Düsseldorf where we were. A lot of people just sitting on the grass on the water in summer especially and just drinking wine. So if you want to have a nice little picnic, you can bring a wine bottle.
I cannot wait for the German Christmas markets so then you can openly have
Nah, in Germany, throughout the Christmas time, beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, it's another
That's definitely one of my dreams. I want to go during Christmas
whole
time.
thing, the Christmas markets, all the glühwein, all the punches, and all
The
that good
meat,
stuff.
the
The
meat,
meat, yeah.
Me can't wait for December.
All right, so those were our 4 differences when it comes to drinking between Germany and the United States. Let us know in the comments below what you think. What are the pros and cons of each system? Which one do you like better? And how did
Germany got the best. 14 is kind of crazy though. But would a parent? It's really up to the parent. It's really the parent's choice, but it's still cool that the kids that young have that option. So it kind of makes the parents feel more lenient towards it, like, go ahead. But your 14-year-old, that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting experience. Getting drunk with your kid. Has anybody in the comments ever got drunk with their parents? Any parents out there that got drunk with their kids, especially when they had to come with you? Have a drink, it is that. This go for my Germans and Americans. Please let me know in the comments. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Go follow all my socials in the description. I got so many. I don't even know if I can remember them all. I got a Discord, Twitch, Patreon, Instagram. I said Twitch. I think I said everything actually. I said Discord, Patreon, Twitch, all my other YouTube channels in the description down below. That's what I was missing. I knew something felt a little funny. Subscribe to all my other YouTube channels as well, pertaining to all the other countries around the world. Let me know your honest thoughts and opinions in the comments on this video. You agree with this or no? And it's kind of weird though, because I've had some Germans, tell me that they agree with this, and then I've had some tell me that they don't. So please, as an American and a German, let me know which one do you prefer, which one do you agree with. That's why I gotta break it down, because some people go like, well, it's obvious which one we agree with, but it's not though. It's not though, because there is some Germans that believe, that it should be changed. And I'm like, wow. But you got to look at everybody's situation and what they got to deal with. Not every kid is going to drink responsibly or this or that if they get that chance, or you never know what people are going through with their family. This that. So you never know why they may want the rules to change, the law and everything, But please let me know in the comments. Stay safe. Thank you for joining me to react to 4 drinking and alcohol differences, USA versus Germany. Never had a drink in my life, and I never will. But I love learning about this stuff, though, If I'm not going to try it, at least I'm going to be educated on it. There's no little something to fit in. I'm not trying it, though. Ain't nobody peer pressuring me to drink no nothing. But at least I can fit in.